Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 23rd episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. Is it? It's 23, right?
It says hashtag 23. so I'm guessing.
It is.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
We are back after
A month of exams.
I think it's been a month, yeah. My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies.
Probably not, though.
It's not that famous. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, bunch of nonsense. With me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and post-exam buddy.
Oh, I'm liking
Frederick. Well, mostly post-exam. We still have a few, but
yeah. We just finished physics.
Some terrible physics.
Terrible physics. I'm never doing physics again.
Like pounded, bro.
Oh.
You can't see it.
You can hear it. You can hear the flesh beating flesh.
You can hear the love.
You can hear the bromance happening.
Yeah, no, it's been a rough month. Wait, I think, let's talk about it in the last segment.
Oh.
Because no one cares.
That's very true.
So if you want to skip around, there are time codes down in the description, so you can skip around. We do mini reviews, and no topic this week. We're just doing news.
Because we've got 4 weeks of news worth.
We have so much news. We have, I'd say, an obscene amount of news. Like, if there's a thing is too much news, I think we found it. Anyway, so we're finally back, and let's just jump into it with some mini reviews. Also, just so you know, this whole podcast contains loads of spoilers for Avengers: Infinity War. If you somehow haven't seen it yet, you've been warned.
With some Philly D commentary. Right.
You're goddamn right. First of all, mini reviews. I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And how is that?
It's really great. It's kind of terrible timing because, like, the day after I started watching it, it got canceled.
But isn't it back now?
Yeah, no, it got brought back, so that was good. But I just thought it's terrible. God, no, it's really good. It's produced by Michael Schur. I don't know how to say his name.
Schur. Are you having like
an
aneurysm? Having a seizure now?
Oh wait, I want to look this up. Michael Schur.
So he's sure of a lot of things.
Well, no, because he produced and made The Office, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like a bunch, like basically the best TV shows.
Okay.
He has a very like kind of distinct style of comedy. He's also
and I hate it.
It's not my favorite. He also plays a character on The Office.
That's terrible.
Dwight's cousin Mose. So let's just move it along.
Why does Dwight have a cousin?
I've been meaning to watch it for a really long time. I don't know why, but I have trouble starting new shows. It's a condition I have. No, I love Andy. Do you like
Terry Group?
His name is Cruz, not Crew.
No.
What are you talking about?
Terry Group, because it's a crew.
No, but his name is Cruz.
Do you like Terry Big Ship?
See, that would have been way better. Anyway,
you redeemed yourself.
Terry Crews is great. Have you seen the Lonely Island movie? What's it called? Pop Star Never Stopping?
I've seen Terry Crews nip sync with Jimmy Fallon.
Nip sync?
Yeah, it's basically where they like
I don't want to know.
They like flex their muscles and beat to the music, and it's called a nip sync.
How does Fallon do that?
Well, Fallon doesn't. He's CGI'd onto a person.
Fucking Fallon, of course he did. Anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is amazing. I've only seen like 4 episodes. I'm really, really enjoying it so far. It's very funny. And Andy Samberg is like just one of the funniest and most likable actors. Now on to you.
Oh,
speaking of the funniest and most likable actors.
Oh, Jack Black. I watched a little bit of that. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. And I have to say, like when I first saw the trailers, I was like, this is gonna be lame. It's gonna be bad. But it was surprisingly good. Not gonna lie.
I've only heard good things about it. No, I've heard mostly. I mean, it made like $1 billion. So
it did it.
Like 900 million. It's the highest grossing. We've talked about this. It's the highest grossing Sony movie in America of all time, which is James Bond, Spider-Man. It beat all of those.
Also, I have a question quickly before I go on to the Jumanji topic. You know how Dwayne was like, Rampage is the highest grossing video game.
I know, it's the highest rated video game movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
But doesn't Jumanji count as a video game?
No. Well, no, because Jumanji have you seen the original?
I
know you haven't. Yes, with Robin Williams. Well, the thing is, in that one, it's a board game. So, like, the new one, it's, like, updated for the 21st century. So, no, it's not a video game movie. Shut up.
Fair.
Well, no, I think when Dwayne said that about Rampage, he means the highest grossing movie based on a video. Because, like, if you did it just any video game kind of, like, thing, like Wreck-It Ralph, Ready Player One would also count as, like, a video game thing. And so, with those contenders, Rampage will not be on top. Anyway, Jumanji.
It was... All of the characters are great, especially Jack Black.
Especially the damn that is a man right there.
Especially, oh my god, these things are crazy. That's what That's what Jack Black says when he gets an erection.
Oh, Jack Black gets an erection.
He does. When Dr. Smolder Bravestone, which is The Rock's character, smolders. That's one of his abilities. He can smolder. What's his name? Nick Jonas? Is that the guy?
One of the Jonas boys.
I don't know if that's his name.
It's one of the Jonas fellas.
One of the Jonas boys, right?
Yeah.
He's a bit overdone.
He's pretty bad, isn't he?
He's not great.
What about Nebula?
Nebula is, I don't know.
I didn't realize that was Nebula.
She's alright. She's very unlikable as like her actual self, like the teenage girl. Like she's meant to be like that girl who hates everybody, but like she's genuinely unlikable.
Like you.
Yeah,
that girl who hates
the girl who hates everybody. But overall, a fun time. Like the villain's dumb, but
I mean, I think the main question we all want to know is, how is Dwayne?
I mean, Dwayne was pretty good. He has a kiss scene.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's
which is great. Good. And Dwayne is scared of like everything basically.
Well, yeah, I really want to watch it, so hopefully I'll hop on that Dwayne. Sorry.
I put my butt on that Gucci belt. Little DJ Khaled for you.
Did you hear about DJ Khaled and his wife in that news? We're not going to talk about it on the pod because it's inappropriate for children.
Did he beat her?
No. It's fine. It's just he said
he said he wanted to beat her.
He said he's always had the desire. No, he said no, it's not appropriate for pod. Children listen to this.
You have to say it.
He refuses to because the king doesn't do that or something like that.
What?
It's very good. Anyway, you look it up sometime. I'm gonna bleep all of that out. Anyway, Infinity War, second.
I'll write it in the comments. You know what BHL was saying. DJ Khaled does.
I watched Infinity War for the second time, and I'm so brave. And
how do you do it?
I enjoyed it so much more the second time. I'm making a giant video about it, like how my thoughts kind of changed and like more in-depth analysis, but analysis is a generous word. It's a BHL video. But
more like a God-given creation, am I right?
It was, I think a big thing that contributed to kind of a little bit of disappointment the first time was some of the trailer misleading moments, like, you know, how Hulk shows up in Wakanda. Spoilers, I guess, for Infinity War. And, like, Captain America, I thought he was going to play a really big role, and he had, like, 2 cool scenes, and, like, the part where he catches Thanos.
That was nothing.
Yeah, it was much cooler in the trailer than it was in the movie. But watching the movie with those expectations kind of at a, you know, more suitable level, I enjoyed it way more. And I thought I had such a good... It has so many incredible moments, like...
Bob Parr moments?
No, not quite.
More of a syndrome moment.
I'll talk more about that in my video. Now, I have no idea what this is.
Now.
I think you meant to write Argo.
No, I didn't.
Okay, then never mind.
I remember the other thing. I'll talk about it later. But I watched this movie called Cargo, which is I think it's a Netflix original with that's the review. It's with your boy Bilbo Watson.
Bilbo Watson? Outrageous. How does he do it? Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Not Lucy Liu or something.
Lucy Liu the Hobbit. It's a zombie movie, pretty much, and it's set in Australia.
Wait, your boy Martin was in a zombie movie?
Yeah.
But I think I saw the trailer for that. That looked actually really good.
Well, it's good in some parts and bad in others. In that, do you mind if I spoil it for you?
Nah, it's fine. Spoilers for...
Spoil for Cargo. Like, you're gonna watch that shitty movie.
The Freeman original.
The Freeman original. But it's basically post-apocalyptic in Australia. So nice Aussie accents that you
Does Freeman do an Aussie accent?
He does at times, but his wife's very Australian.
Is it as terrible as his American accent in Black Panther? Which isn't that terrible, but
yeah,
it's okay.
It's fine. You don't really notice it. I don't know about an accent master such as yourself.
A Freeman expert.
So basically, if you get bit by these zombies, you have 48 hours before you turn, right? And basically, Freeman, they're on like
He's gonna look like
they are.
I like how this movement was meant to be subtle, so you just keep talking, but now we stop the entire show so you can move closer to your mic.
They have him and his wife and daughter are pretty much perusing down the river in this houseboat they found. And Freeman comes across a boat. He goes in. He steals some wine.
Damn it, Freeman.
And then he's like, oh, this is a gift for you, my lovely wife. She's like, oh, I need to give him a gift. She goes in. There's a dude in there. She gets bit. Eventually, she turns. This is like all in like the first 20 minutes of the movie, right?
Oh, I thought it was like the ending.
Oh, no. Eventually, she turns, and then she bites him, right? And then before she loses complete self-control, she writes, save her, meaning like their baby daughter. And then basically, that's what I like about the movie, is that it's different in the fact that you know the hero is going to die, because Freeman gets infected very early on.
And there's no like cure for it?
Well, no. Basically, he like journeys across Australia. It doesn't sound very epic. But finds some people who can take care of the daughter, right? The baby. And then he finds some like native girls and stuff like that. He comes across this hillbilly who, it's the whole thing. But in the end, Freeman does die, right?
Damn.
And his kid gets taken over to the natives. Very good. But there are other points, like the villain is kind of weird. Not in the good way. And in the Freeman kind of way.
Not in the Leto way.
Not in the Leto way. And yeah, but overall, decent movie, I say.
I will not check out. Ever.
I wouldn't blame you.
Now, I know we're at least like a year late to this.
Well, I'm not. I pre-ordered this game on Steam.
Beaten again.
Anyways, go on.
We've been playing, and by we I mean me, you, and a few of our inferior friends. We've been playing PUBG, which on mobile, because we're sad and poor and gaming noobs, including especially FDK.
No, FDK makes the best tutorials.
So we've been playing PUBG, and it's very addictive. I started.
It's great, isn't it?
Like I gotta be honest. Like I play it sometimes when we, with our friends, but I never would play it alone. But recently I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. And I played it alone, and I won 3 times in a row.
Oh,
under Jim Halpert too.
You should have seen. I just sit there doing my studying, right? And then all of a sudden, I get a text from BHL Hudson, going.
That's how you have you saved on your phone.
Podcast associate. Guy I hate but have to work with.
Anyway, you got a text.
I get a text from him saying, I know this is really lame, but I just wanted to say that I won my first PUBG game alone. I was like, oh, that's great, my boy. And then I look back, and I just see who won, and it's Jim Halpert too. Not even one. He couldn't even afford one.
Because I didn't want to use my Facebook account, so I went incognito as Jim Halpert too.
Oh, you think that's incognito?
It's very incognito.
My name on PUBG Mobile, in case anybody wants to add me, is Mr. It's the king. No, it's Mr. World Wide Web.
So dumb. Anyway,
so good.
The game. We've been playing it. It's very addictive. We've been winning a bunch. We played together. We won a game.
We did.
We nailed them. I'm getting quite good at it. It's just
well.
It's a fun thing. It's also completely free. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be playing it.
Sponsored. So we're gonna talk about how it's free to play.
Hashtag ad. No, it's just, I know everyone else already knows this, but it's a fun shooter kind of game. And it's also quite stressful if you play with headphones in. You're always listening for them footsteps and gunshots. Also, I want to say, sorry, I'm trying to sound like a cool kid. I've looked this up and other people have noticed this too. They totally copied the Avengers theme song for the main. It's like very blatant, so I don't know how they got away with that. Anyway, PUBG, great, good time. Speaking of video games, we never talk about video games in the pod, but today we're gaming it up.
We are gaming it up.
Actually, wait, do you want to talk about your last thing first?
Oh yeah, I watched this morning on my way to school. I watched Rango, a little Johnny Depp
ever giving you the chance.
Little Johnny-esque cartoon, in that Johnny is the main guy, and it's surprisingly terrifying for a cartoon. I think they're like. It's like weirdly realistically animated. Yeah. And there are different animals running around with like arrows in their eyes and stuff like that. It's weird. But
yeah,
I like
the animation is kind of freaky. I remember thinking it was
I
remember thinking it was very fine when I saw it as a kid.
What?
Like I remember nothing about it. I remember he gets like dumped off a car at the very start.
Oh yeah.
And then they're trying to find water. Is it one of those where like the classic animated movie trope where it's like where it has Johnny in it, where it's like he comes to this town and the townspeople think he's this one thing when he's really not, and then like at the end there's a big reveal scene. Because I hate that. Hashtag A Bug's Life.
No, but yes.
Damn it.
In that he comes to a town, and he's like, yeah, I'm a badass. I killed like 6 bandits or outlaws.
Oh, but he never did.
He never did, right?
Damn it.
But then throughout, like it gets discovered halfway through that he's not actually this cool guy.
Okay.
But like he does these accidental things that make him look like, you know?
He Jar Jar Binks it.
He does, I don't know. I don't get that.
Yeah, that's right.
But like he shoots, like he's at a duel with some lizard, and he like he accidentally shoots a bell and like ricochets off all these different things, and then hits the eagle or something. I don't know.
A classic Rango maneuver.
Classic Johnny. But I like,
apparently it's really good. So.
In Danish, it's not very good.
I imagine nothing is good in Danish except for Pilsen Findus.
Spit out the words.
With disgust.
God.
Now back to the video games.
Oh God. What is this virgin thing? Mario Kart on Wii we're going to talk about, and then in brackets, BHL says, I am amazing on the 3DS. Nobody has a 3DS anymore, but...
I wanted to... Look, that note is terrible, but I thought I would forget to mention how amazing I am. Anyway. So we... two of our friends...
associates.
Inferior friends. They own Mario Kart on the Wii. And so whenever we go over to their place, we play a good game. It's very fun. It's a good time. We've been doing it a lot recently. And the thing is, on the Wii, it's the motion control. I don't know if anyone's played... Mario Kart is like my favorite game ever. But on the Wii, it's the motion control thing where you actually have to hold the Wiimote like a steering wheel.
Yeah.
And control like that. It's terrible. And I always lose.
That's the immersion.
No, it's terrible.
I thought you said you were amazing.
On the 3DS.
The 3DS is a little shitty console.
I would murder all of you with the little...
Unrelated.
With the little... What is it called? The
joystick?
Directional pad?
It's a joystick.
It is a joystick.
What's in the box?
No, I am amazing. And I've played with people on the 3DS occasionally, and I'm always the best. And then we go over to here, and I'm like, oh, I'm the best at Mario Kart. And everyone's like, oh, really? Let's play a game. And then it's with the Wiimote, and then I lose, because it's a terrible system.
And that's how we got sued by BHL.
It's unfair. Even though you were witness last time, I got in a little bit of that Luigi binge. Sorry, I'm terrible this episode. On that Luigi binge. And
sorry, I need to be more professional. Luigi binge.
And I won 3 times in a row, and you saw how happy I was.
Well, I always got on that Waluigi binge.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it turned off.
How do you do that? I thought I set it to like it won't turn off for an hour.
Well, you didn't.
Oh my God.
This is Hudson when he doesn't win on the 3DS. Oh my God.
God, I feel like this podcast gives a bad image of the excellent gentleman that I am in real life.
You just do that.
Yeah, that's fair. We haven't seen Deadpool 2 or Solo yet. We will soon, so you'll hear those reviews shortly. Without further ado, let's jump into the news. The Robin Hood trailer came out right after we stopped recording last time.
Oh, yeah.
You watched it, right?
I have.
I did send you a list of things you were forced to watch.
True.
Under my command. It looks pretty terrible, doesn't it?
It doesn't look great. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I love Taron. I think Taron Egerton is a really good actor. You've seen Eddie B. Evil.
You know what I'm talking about.
See, this is what happens when we don't do a pod for an entire month, is we die. We lose it.
We literally me. Yes, I have.
Twice. God damn it, man. Yes, so don't you think he's a good actor? He's also
in Legend.
I really like, obviously from Kingsman, but also Legend, Eddie the Eagle, and he was in something else recently. I can't remember.
Kingsman. Was he? As what?
No, I don't know. But I like him, and I like Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Dornan is in it.
Oh!
Mr. Grey.
Mr. Grey.
And someone else.
Jamie Dornan seems like such a chill guy in real life. Have you seen interviews with him?
Yeah. Well, you seem
yeah.
You seem to have a weird man crush on Jamie Dornan. It's a little creepy.
He's a nice guy.
Anyway, like the whole cast, it's got the bad guy from Ready Player One, but the trailer just looks so. You know the King Arthur Legend of the Sword that I got you for your birthday as a joke?
Yeah.
It looks like that, but worse. Because at least that looks like entertaining. This looks just kind of
meh.
Yeah, it looks like a discount Guy Ritchie. So yeah, I'm I gotta say not impressed. The MTV Movie Awards. Now the nominations were announced. I don't know when they're actually.
Why are there
held.
empty movies? Sorry.
Can't see it, but Freddie
What?
just stabbed.
You can feel it, can't you?
This may take too long, but we're gonna do a speed round.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through the nominees for this year, and you're gonna tell me. We're gonna play a little game played by
Called Smash or Pass.
played by a YouTuber. I can't remember. I think it's beyond the trailer. I'm not sure. It's called Who Will Win and Who Should Win.
Okay.
So, best fight. You got the fight scene from Atomic Blonde, where down the stairs.
Okay.
You got that one in Infinity War, where Black Widow and Okoye and the Battle of Wakanda, where they fight the Black Order girl. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you got your boy M'Baku versus your boy T'Challa.
Oh.
And you got two more. You got Mark Ruffalo versus Chris Hemsworth, just the actors. Just beating each other up.
Just offset.
And then, this is weird, all the others have actors. This one's just Gal Gadot versus German soldiers. You know, we're actually just going to play Who Should Win.
Okay.
Because you're terrible at predictions.
Who should win? Probably Atomic Blonde, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely the best. We're not going to give it to fucking Ruffalo. Best music documentary. We can skip that. On-screen team. Oh, you got all the people from Black Panther, all the people from It, all the people from Ready Player One. I don't know how that snuck in there. All the people from Stranger Things, and of course, all the people from Jumanji.
Jumanji, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Jumanji. Scene stealer, not really important. Most frightened performance. What? Best kiss. Do you care about that?
Yes. Who's nominated?
Fine. Someone from Jane the Virgin. Someone from Love, Simon. What? Okay, we'll get to that. Someone from Riverdale. Someone from Stranger Things. And then Olivia Cook and Ty Sheridan. Ready Player One. The final epic close the Oasis on Tuesdays and Thursdays clip.
No!
They got nominated for something. That's actually insulting.
That actually fills me with anger, and I just want to punch the guy until there's bones in his stool.
Well, clearly they should win. I'm just going to skip a bunch of them. I'm going to say the last two. We're going to do Best Movie.
Oh.
Infinity War, Black Panther, It, Wonder Woman, and Girls Trip. Now, I just want to say about Girls Trip. I don't know if you remember this, but I sent you a snap. I sent everyone a snap. Because I snapped. Because...
Snapper car.
Damn, what an obscure reference. Because I saw the trailer for that when it came out, and I thought it looked like actually the worst movie that's ever existed ever. And I was so disappointed.
Is that the one with Scarlett Johansson?
No. No. That one came out like right around the same time. It's with...
Where they killed the stripper?
No, that's a different one. It's
okay.
Tiffany Haddish and a bunch of other people. I was so disappointed that our boy Luke Cage was in this garbage. And then it came out, and apparently it's like one of the best movies of the year. And like everyone loves it.
Really?
So I refuse to believe that it's good, because it looked so terrible. But apparently it's very good. Anyway, Of those, probably Infinity War.
Black Panther, I say.
Damn, cold. The most important category. Best comedic performance. Now I'm going to go in order of least... I just saw one of these nominees. What is this show? Dan Levy is nominated for Schitt's Creek, but spelled Sschitts. That's got to be intentional.
Schitt's Creek.
Do I have to bleep that? Because technically we're not saying the word.
Yeah.
There's Kate McKinnon for SNL, Amy Schumer, Tiffany Haddish Girls Trip, and... Jackus Blackus for Jumanji. Jumanji, welcome to the jungle.
That was like a bad dish.
Jackus Blackus.
Like, genuinely Jackus Blackus.
He's a delightful man. Anyway, moving on. The original Avengers, the original 6, got, except for Ruffalo, because of course, they got matching tattoos.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Downey's Instagram.
Yeah, so it's like a big weird symbol that apparently represents all of their different like weapons and symbols if you look at it from a certain angle. It's kind of cool. It's just hilarious that they didn't invite Ruffalo. Evans on
did they not invite
No,
Ruffalo?
they didn't. Well, Evans on Twitter was like, one day we're gonna have to get Ruffalo drunk enough to do this, which is very true. And then
Evans seems like such a delightful man in
he
real life.
is. Also, it reminded me of Suicide Squad, where all of the cast there got matching tattoos that said Squad. But the thing is, this turned out... I think they'll regret this much less than the Squad members. Also, where... did you see that thing where Margot Robbie gave one of the assistants the tattoo?
Oh, yeah, on the Graham Norton show? She did that live at a Graham Norton episode.
Well, I don't think it's that, because she did it to another assistant, and she spelled it wrong.
Oh.
Like, it was supposed to say squad, like SKWAD, because it's super cool, but she wrote swad. I don't know how you do that, and how you get paid back for that poor assistant's life, but anyway. Kong Skull Island director Jordan Voight Roberts might take on Gambit, but let's be honest, he's probably not, because Gambit has had like a billion directors at this point.
And Kong Skull is a shitty movie.
Now gotta say, I've never seen Kong Skull Island, so I don't know about his movies. As a person, don't really like him. He was the guy who did that, sorry, I just heard something. He did the Honest trailer where he came on, the big bearded guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got really pissed about CinemaSins making a video about his movie, and he was like, if you want to see everything wrong with my movie, I'll do it, because I'm hip and cool with the kids.
Yeah.
And apparently he was accused of sexual assault. Quick edit note from VHL in the future, listening back to this. I looked it up. Apparently, it was harassment, not assault. So I'm not slandering anyone on this podcast. It was sexual harassment, not sexual assault. The same person it was a porn star who accused TJ Miller, also said something about him. So I think it's a little weird that no one talks about that, but he might do it. So
but I thought TJ beat his wife.
Oh no, he did a lot of things. No, yeah,
Isn't he in this series called Silicon Valley?
He is, yeah. I really want to watch it, but I think they dropped him from season 6. He's still in Deadpool 2, though, so we can look forward to that. The last showing of TJ.
Is that really the last showing of...
Why do you sound genuinely concerned? Is that really the last TJ?
Does that mean you won't do my movie?
So, yeah. Anyway, TJ Miller's probably a terrible person. We'll never know. Now, this is not something I've written, but the headline I thought you would find amusing. Wendy's burns McDonald's with savage Infinity War meme. Now, that was a real headline on ScreenRant.com. Well, Wendy's, you know how Wendy's has, like, hilarious Twitter account where they do...
You told me about how Wendy's have...
And so they sent out a thing of, like, a Big Mac dissolving, like, you know, one of the Infinity War, and he's like, Big Mac, I don't feel so good, or something like that.
That's so bad.
Epic meme, yeah. But so, I love the fact that, like, probably a 40-year-old intern got paid to write savage Infinity War meme on an article. Did you see the Predator trailer?
I did. And it looks...
fine.
Alright.
I mean, I've never seen Predator.
Me neither.
Or any of them, which I really should before this. But this was on my top 10 anticipated of the year because it's directed by Shane Black, who did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and... The Nice Guys. And he also did Iron Man 3, which everyone hates, but I love. So I'm very interested to see everything he does after this. So even though I haven't seen anything from the Predator, I'll watch it before this comes out. And yeah, as far as the trailer... How
many Predator movies are there?
I think they're like 5 or something like that. Yeah, I mean, the originals have Arnold, I think.
So I won't be watching those.
I thought it was a little weird that they put on the trailer the director of Iron Man 3, because, I mean, I like that movie, but, like, no one else liked that movie. So, I don't know why they're selling it
Suck
like
it, Black.
No, I love that movie. Anyway, yeah, the trailer looks very fine. It's got your boy Keegan-Michael, in that order.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got As I Live and Breathe.
Oh, yes. He's the main guy, right?
I think so, yeah. I
love
that guy.
That's
a good combo. Moving swiftly onward, the Lego Movie 2 was announced. And it's called... Wait, I don't want to mess this up, because it was like an epic meme.
Lego Movie 2, Too Furious.
It's called, like... Oh, God. I see Halpert.
You wake up in the middle of the night, sits up. Oh, God. I see Halpert.
Official title revealed. Where is it? It's called, like, The Second Piece or something, alright? It's not that exciting. The Second Part.
Another brick in the wall.
I don't know why, but that sounds like something Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious would say. Yo, I got another brick in the wall. I love the Lego Movie. So, yeah, I'm very excited. And the Lego Batman movie was hilarious.
I haven't seen that one, though.
I haven't seen Lego Ninjago, because that apparently...
I love Lego Ninjago.
Did you see the new movie?
No.
Yeah, no.
But
so you don't love it that much.
The series is amazing.
So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Jacob Gyllenhaal.
As Rey Mysterio. A little wrestling joke for you there. Pound it, Freddy.
He may be playing... He's in talks to play Mysterio in Spider-Man Homecoming 2.
Mysterio?
So he's a Spider-Man villain who looks like... He has, like, the weirdest costume. He has, like, green fish scales and, like, a purple cape and a big bowl on his head or something.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like you're setting this up for a joke or something.
No.
Hey, that's TJ, isn't it?
Oh, it's your boy Miller. Oh, do you think TJ was in We're the Millers?
That's probably the worst joke you've ever told. Someone's gonna take that out of context. Like, look at the content that the Poorly Planned Podcast puts out. Yo, do you think TJ was in We're the Millers? And then we get shut down by YouTube. Anyway.
By TJ.
So Jake Gyllenhaal might be the villain in Spider-Man Homecoming 2. Now, first of all, spoilers for Infinity War. Homecoming 2 is, I mean, it could either be set before Infinity War.
There's no Spider-Man. It's just Gyllenhaal running around
in a fishbowl. But if it's set after Infinity War, then I mean they're gonna bring him back. I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring him back anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it has to be set before, right? Wait. Is it set after the? Or is this happening after the new?
Yeah, it's happening after Avengers.
Oh, okay.
4. Yeah, but like, I mean, James Gunn, director of Guardians, said Guardians 3 is set after Infinity War. And currently, spoilers again, the only Guardian who's left is Rocket. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a Rocket solo movie. Like, they're not going to...
That sounds bad as well.
They're not going to kill off all of the Guardians except for Rocket and Nebula, Black Panther, Spider-Man. Like, of course they're not going to do that. Like, the writers keep saying they're permanent. They're permanent. No, they're not. They're totally coming back. So...
What if
suck
they
it,
don't?
Marvel writers.
What if they don't come back?
Then I'll look like a real jackass. Then I'll lose all of my BHL cred, which I think this pod so far has done.
Which you've built up a lot over the years.
But are you happy with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I do.
Just in general.
As a person, no. No, I do love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's such a charismatic boy.
Have you seen Nightcrawler?
No, I don't think so. I don't believe I have. Have you seen Jarhead?
No, I haven't.
It's very good.
Exchanging Gyllenhaal movies that we haven't seen?
Have you seen the one with Anne Hathaway? Where she gets her...
What?
Yeah. Gyllenhaal. He gets him. And Josh Gad's in it as well.
What?
And he's...
How is this not the ultimate movie?
He's Gyllenhaal's, like, you know, that fat best friend who lives in his dorm? And then suddenly Anne Hathaway comes in, shows and Gad's just on the couch going, what? And then they all go, what? You can imagine.
I can very much imagine.
It's very... I need to show
just
you
a call and response between Gyllenhaal and Gad.
What?
So yeah, no, he's a great actor, so I'd be very happy to see him come into the MCU. James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, who's very much a very active man on Twitter.
In the worst possible way.
He seems like a pretty chill guy. I mean, he tweets a lot about Trump, which a lot of people get angry about, and then he gets angry about people getting angry about it. It's a great cycle. He also told someone who tweeted out, like, I spoiled Infinity War for everyone in my class, and he tweeted, you will die alone and sad, or something like that. It's pretty intense. But
that's awesome.
He tweeted something out. This is not news. I just saw this and I thought, it's a nice sentiment, but come on, James, this is so dumb. So
Mr. Sniper.
Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange, says, Walt Disney once said, we don't make movies to make money. We make money to make our movies. This is precisely the attitude I experienced during the year and a half I worked with Marvel, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then your boy, James Pistol, responds, this is so dumb. It may seem paradoxical, but the reason Marvel Studios is as successful as it is, that it's not about money for any of the folks in charge. It's simply about loving the magic of movies. Now, I'm sure the directors and Kevin Feige and everyone do love the magic of movies, but obviously it's very much about the money.
James Gunn,
you fool. No, I mean it's just like, of course, it's a corporation. It's a
economy
business.
rules all.
No, yeah, I just thought that was kind of, it's a nice image that everyone at Marvel just cares about the movie and don't care about the money. But like, it's easy to say that when you're making billions of dollars every movie. I'm a little jealous, if you can't tell. Now, there's going to be an Alfred television program.
Is Batman's butler?
No, yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
see, the joke backfired. Now it's real.
The joke bat-fired? Oh god, I saved it, didn't I? Now, why is that happening?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, I don't know if it's going to be the same Alfred from Gotham, which is currently on its like 5th season or something. Apparently Gotham's gotten really good. I watched the first 2 episodes and I could not get into it. It was really...
The Jerome guy who plays the Joker.
Oh yeah. I've seen like
top
pictures of him, but apparently everyone's like, he's the best Joker since Heath Ledger, which probably is fair because the last one is Jared Leto, so... Honestly, Alfred was one of the things I liked about Gotham. He seemed like a good fit. He was like kind of tough. He was no Michael Caine.
Ah.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if they got Michael Caine to do this TV show about Alfred after Batman's died or whatever the fuck happened in that movie? Did he die in Dark Knight Rises?
No.
Or was it all a dream?
Wait.
Remember at the end when he appears in the cafe and Alfred's like, rah.
But does Alfred die?
No. Batman.
But then, does Batman die?
Have you not seen Dark Knight Rises?
I do, but it's a long time ago.
Remember he's like, the autopilot won't work. I have to go out with the nuclear bomb. I sound really like I have a cold.
You sound like you've drunk way too much.
Sorry, I didn't go full Bale. Sorry, let me go.
I didn't go full Bale.
He's like, the autopilot can't do it. I have to carry this nuclear bomb that Bane set up out over the bay. And he does it, and he flies out.
You say it with such charisma. The autopilot's not working.
And then he flies it over the bay, and it blows up. And then Alfred goes to a cafe in Italy, and he sees Christian Bale there. And Christian Bale's like, he nods, and Alfred's like, ah.
So he doesn't die.
Well, no, but maybe it's a dream in Alfred's head, because he mentioned before, he's like, I want to go to an Italian cafe one day and see you there sitting with a woman. And at the end, he sees him sitting with a woman. It's very unlikely that would actually happen, so it's probably in his head. Anyway,
God.
Alfred TV show. So will you be watching this?
I haven't seen Gotham.
So yes.
So obviously.
Well, the thing is, DC keep making shows about, like, the least interesting... They're making Krypton, which is, like, the story about Superman's granddad. They made Gotham about Batman before he was Batman. Now they're making an Alfred TV show. Speaking of Batman, though, there was a fun little... this is nothing, but Michael Keaton was giving a speech at some college somewhere.
Some hobo place.
Some homeless shelter. And he was at a college or something, and he's like, he probably gave a very good motivational speech, and he's like, I'm gonna end the speech with 2 words. You need to remember these words. These are the most important words you'll ever hear. I'm Batman. Walked off. It's very cool. I love Michael Keaton. He
seems very scary, though.
Nah, Michael Keaton's the best. McKenna Grace. Okay, I'm gonna just say, have you seen that Chris Evans movie, Gifted? Because I have a weird memory of you having seen it.
Yes, with Chris Evans. Yeah.
You have. Good. Okay, then.
Such a good movie.
That's why I included this. Because McKenna Grace, the girl from that,
oh.
she's going to be young Captain Marvel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I thought you would enjoy a Chris Evans, McKenna Grace reteam universe.
God, you should watch that movie. It's very good.
I've heard very middling things.
Well, you're a very middling person.
So yeah, she's a good actress. I'm asking.
Oh, she is.
You look at me with such a vulnerable look. Me?
You asked for my approval.
Master?
She is. She's very good. Yeah.
Great. Then that's very good news. So yes, Harrison Ford. So, you know what a junket is?
No, what's a junket?
It's like an interview, basically.
Okay.
I could have written interview, but I didn't, just to mess with you.
Does it seem clever?
So they're doing those.
It was like some car that Solo was in.
No. Yeah, Harrison Ford does crash a lot of vehicles, but this was a metaphorical crash, unlike all of his literal crashes in life. So they're doing a bunch of solos coming out. So they're doing the interviews, and Alden Ehrenreich was doing an interview, and then he's like, the interviewer who knows Harrison Ford's coming, he does an epic meme. He's like, "Did Harrison Ford tell you any advice?" And he's like, Alden Ehrenreich's clearly about to destroy Harrison, and then Harrison Ford wanders up behind him, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up," or something like that.
He kills him.
The perfect plan.
I'll have you taint my name.
He stabs him in the shoulder.
It does nothing.
And Alden Ehrenreich
doesn't notice.
Alden is clearly very surprised and unhappy. No, he looks very happy, and they hug. But the best part is,
they stabs.
They hug, and then Harrison shanks him.
TJ style.
Usually Harrison Ford is very grumpy about everything, but recently he's been, laughing and going to crashing solo junkets, and
Stop calling it a junket.
He was like, I loved Solo, it was the best, even though they probably paid him like $50 million to say that. So yeah, no, that was just a delightful video. Let's first talk about the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer.
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I really like the actor who's going to be in it.
Rami Malek or Rami Malek? I don't know.
It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it looks... I mean, I don't know. I love Queen's music, but I don't really... I guess that's the point of the movie, is that you love their music, but I don't really... their story's very iconic. I just don't really know it. As a movie, it looks quite good. It was going to be directed by Bryan Singer, who did X-Men and Days of Future Past and Jack the Giant Slayer.
Oh, I love Jack the Giant Slayer.
Damn it. I shouldn't have brought that up. But then it was taken over because he didn't show up for work, and B, he's been accused of some terrible things.
What things?
Like there was a rape case from the 90s that came back recently. Anyway, he was replaced by the director of Eddie the Eagle. So, bring it full circle. But yeah, as a movie, it looks fine, I guess. I'm not that invested.
Oh, so, yeah, you are.
So yeah, no, I'll see it. Now let's talk about the Happytime Murders trailer. No one cares about this. Did I say we have time codes in the? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, because no one cares about this. But I need to talk about this because
it looks
horrible.
It does, yeah.
The thing is, not only does it look like a really unfunny comedy. In case you don't know, this is
a crossover between Muppets and real people.
Yeah, so it's like
as opposed to fake people.
As opposed to McCarthy.
She's so unfunny. Well, she's funny sometimes.
I think she's funny in Spy. I haven't seen Bridesmaids.
I haven't seen Spy. I've seen Bridesmaids. She's good in that.
Yeah, but
she sits
and she shits in a sink.
Yeah,
I've seen that scene. The thing is, not only does it look like a not very funny comedy, but in case you haven't seen it, it's like a Muppets. Like the whole gimmick is it's Muppets, but it's rated R. So like it's like there's sex and there's drugs and there's violence and everything.
Doesn't the cop Muppet just ejaculates all over his room?
Oh, we'll get to that. But the thing is, I believe I talked about in the childhood trauma episode. If I didn't, then I'll just add it here. The Muppets, for some reason, kind of freaked me out growing up. Like, there was, Beaker. He's like the scientist Muppet.
Maybe.
Or he's like the assistant to the scientist. Yeah, well, me neither. Like, I love Sesame Street. That's a different thing, I think. But like the actual core Muppets, they kind of the
core Muppets,
the Muppet Gang, and like Animal, the one on the drums. It just always kind of like freaked me out. But like,
I've seen Animal.
Yeah, recently I've been like, oh, it's Muppets. It's totally fine. But then this is like. This triggered something in my brain, because it's like exactly what I think I was scared of as a kid of the Muppets, seeing them in these situations. If I had seen this as a kid, I would have died. This would have been the most
literally
terrifying. Me. Now seeing it now, I'm just like, oh, that looks quite unfunny and not good. But I just thought it was kind of funny how
unfunny it was.
If I saw this as a kid, I would have like freaked out. The only good thing about it is it's got Stanley from The Office in it, and it's got Joel McHale. But a Muppet.
Oh, I like Joel McHale.
He's pretty good. A Muppet ejaculates for like 30 seconds at the end. No, it just looks not very funny and kind of, I don't know, unpleasant, I would say.
And I am the humor police.
Pum pum. Groot's last words in Infinity War were revealed by James. We got a lot of Gunn news this week. James Gunn revealed, so you know how I said spoilers for Infinity War, right?
I mean, we said should we just make a thing that there's always spoilers in our podcast? Say that at the beginning of the video.
I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to put this at the very start of the podcast. And this podcast contains spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. You have been warned. Groot's final words were, so you know how when he's fading away, he goes to Rocket, and he's like, I am Groot. That's my Groot.
Yeah.
Well, his last words were...
he goes, I'm Groot. That's my Groot. And then he just disappears.
His last word was dad.
Really?
Because he sees Rocket as his dad. Very tragic.
Well, so he says that...
So wait, the raccoon did it with the tree? I can see that going through your head.
He said, I am Groot and meant dad, or did he say, I am Groot?
No, he said I am Groot. He said I am Groot, and then because I am Groot means stuff like they understand. Yeah. So that's what it meant.
That's so dumb.
It's very tragic. Everyone cried. And speaking of Infinity War, we've got a bunch of Marvel news here. Well, 2 pieces. I just want to say there are like 50 articles coming out every day about this line or this part of Infinity War was improvised, and I refuse to believe all of these were improvised. So like some of these, sure, like I'm sure you don't remember this. Because you're terrible. Yeah. But there's a part where
that's fair.
Peter, Doctor Strange, and Tony are on the ship, and Tony and Doctor Strange are arguing, and he's like, we're up here with no backup, and Peter's like, I'm backup, and Tony's like, shut up, you fucking nerd. And like apparently that interaction was improvised. Like, okay, that I can believe. That's a small, fun moment. But then there's other stuff like, the why is Gamora part, where he's like, where's Gamora? And he's like, who's Gamora? And he's like, why is Gamora? Where Drax says that. I deliver it with great comedic timing, I know. Real non-butchering of that line right there. Remember that part?
I do. That was a really funny part.
Yeah, it was a really funny part. Apparently that was improvised. And then the part where Spider-Man dies. Not like the fact that he died. Tom Holland's like, yo, I'm sick of this shit. No, but like...
It was an animation mistake.
The animators improvised.
Tom Holland was genuinely just not feeling great.
But the part where he goes, I don't want to go, and like he hugs Tony, apparently that was improvised.
Nah, that's not true.
Yeah, and then when Thor lands in Wakanda and he's talking to Cap and he's like...
That's improvised.
That whole scene was just Hemsworth. And then he's like, to Captain America, he's like, notice you've copied my beard. And then Cap's like, new haircut? Brooklyn.
You got hard, kid.
Cap's just a broken catchphrase machine. Brooklyn.
Language.
Why is he a remix? Anyway, so my point is, I feel some of the really small moments could have been improvised, sure, but like, this is like a $500 million like huge movie. There's no way they let like that kind of no way they let Holland do that. No, like maybe that one is correct, but like all of these, it was such a huge production. There's no way the
Russos would allow it.
So I also wait, I want to find this. The Russo brothers confirmed from some MCU characters who lived and who died when Thanos did Le Snap. So, sorry. So where is it?
Out here looking like a Le Snap. Is Hawkeye dead?
No. I'm pretty sure his kids are dead. They didn't say that, but I suspect that's how it's going to start. So, in the lived category, Howard the Duck lived, Aunt May lived, Nakia, Black Panther's girlfriend, lived.
What about Black Panther's sister?
They either said live, died, or too spoilery. So, Black Panther's sister was too spoilery. Jane Foster,
Who's
your boy Portman, Natalie.
Oh.
Portman, Natalie.
Is that too spoilery?
They said too spoilery.
But she's not even in it anymore, is she?
Yeah, but people are saying maybe she will come back. I just think they're trying to mess with people. Korg and Meek, too spoilery.
Who's Korg and Meek?
What, Korg from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, I thought you said his name was Korgan Meek.
No, Korg space and space Meek. And your boy Ned. Spider-Man's friend.
Oh.
So he introduced himself. Hi, I'm Ned, Spider-Man's friend.
I am your boy.
Hello, I am your boy Ned. And as far as who died, Matt Damon from Thor Ragnarok died. They confirmed that.
That's very good.
Betty Ross died, Hulk's old girlfriend, and Lady Sif died, which is a shame.
What about those who lived?
We just did that.
All of them?
Well, that's all they said.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I'm sure there are more. You idiot. Jordan Peele's new movie is coming out. So his follow-up to Get Out is going to be called Us. And it's going to be starring Lupita Nyong'o and possibly your favorite actor, Winston Duke. A.K.A. Do you know him?
Baku!
You do know him. I'm so proud. The Winston Duke fan club is initiated.
That's the worst name.
That should be the name of the podcast.
The Winston Duke fan club.
The Duke is in.
The Duke is in the house?
If he doesn't say that every time he enters a building, he's wasting his life. Anyway.
It's going to be a horror movie?
No, I believe so, yeah. He said that. So, we know nothing about it. There was like a teaser poster. I'm very excited. Luke Cage Season 2 trailer. You watched this, didn't you?
I did.
Now,
it looks interesting.
It looks good, except it looks like an exact copy of Season 1. You didn't finish Season 1.
I didn't, well, like, not really.
But it looks, it's the exact same. It's like Luke Cage is out there being a superhero, having a great time, like time of his life,
yeah.
and then someone who can beat him shows up, and then he has to go and get his groove back, and then comes back and he probably beats him at the end.
Get his groove
There's like a 3-episode period of Luke just getting his groove back. I'm not even kidding. That's probably where you left, and for good reason. But this time around, he's fighting a guy called, I believe, and I hate that you're going to make fun of this, but I believe he's called the Bushmaster. We're so immature. Why are we so immature? But yes, I believe he's called the Bushmaster.
No, if it's not the case, you're a real fool. Yeah. Why would someone be called the Bushmaster?
It's the least cool supervillain name. But wait, I'm very sure.
It's a really cool real name.
So he looks like a decent villain, but again, kind of looks like just Cottonmouth, not Cottonmouth. What's his name? Diamondback. Did you get to him?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, but the Netflix shows have been kind of little meh since I'd say Iron Fist at least, maybe a little bit of Luke Cage. But hopefully it's good fun. Love my culture. Your boy Shades is coming back. I love Shades.
What happened to Shades last season?
They tried to, spoilers I guess, they tried to strangle him. They tried to garrote him.
Who tried?
Diamondback. He didn't do it personally, but he sent someone to go garrote him in an elevator, and then Shades like, nah.
So he's good now?
Well, he worked with Luke a little. He came to Luke at the end, and he was like, here, let's fight Diamondback, but he's still kind of an asshole, so I'm looking forward to it. Mowgli trailer and featurette.
Now, what did you think of this?
Oh god, the tables have turned. It actually looks kind of cool. But we watched this movie 2 years ago. The exact same thing. Circus.
Well, was Circus already making this?
He was, yeah.
Okay.
Or I think I heard about it right around the time that one came out, and I was like, why would you do that? That's such a shot in the foot.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks different.
The story looks worse, I think.
I mean, it just doesn't look as pleasant.
Yeah, he's captured by... Sorry.
Circus erupts from your stomach?
Dark blue.
We gotta talk about that. That'll come up later.
But, it just doesn't look... I don't know.
It
doesn't look like
something I want to watch.
The Jungle Book, does it?
Yeah, well, apparently it's more based on, like, the Disney movie.
Circus is real life adventures.
Apparently, I tried to read... Because I loved the Jungle Book Disney movie growing up, and so as a little kid I tried to read the original book by Rudyard Kipling, and I was like, oh, this is nothing like the movie, and I stopped because I didn't really like it. And so, yeah, the book's much darker, and apparently this is more based on the book, and it has nothing to do with Disney. And, like, I guess that's their only selling point, is, like, it's darker. It seems like a dark, gritty reboot of something that happened 2 years ago that we really don't need. And the CGI looks... I don't know if it looks worse, it looks...
It looks different.
Some of it looks really good, like, I think the... Christian Bale as Bagheera looks really good, the panther. Mm-hmm. But some of the stuff, like Shere Khan,
that does not look good.
It looks like a PS4 game.
3DS, bitch.
Yeah. So,
but Baloo looks good.
Yeah, well, you see barely any Baloo in the trailer. In the featurette, however, I loved because
I haven't seen the featurette.
It's 2 minutes of Circus clearly shitting on Disney but trying really hard not to say anything about Disney. So he's like, well, this one is much darker than any other versions you may have seen. It's like, there's only one other version, man. And he's like, well, let's just say no one's singing and dancing in my film. Well, in other versions you may have seen, Baloo is more of a likable, fun, lovable character. In this one, he doesn't say he's Dark Baloo. I was hoping he would say those exact words. But he's like, he's more of a drill sergeant. And then it cuts to Baloo saying like, God. I don't know, saying something really mean.
Choking on a berry.
So yes, I'm interested to see how dark Baloo gets. But as a thing, it looks fine. Like, it looks. If the Disney one hadn't come out, I would be very interested in this because it looks very cool. But because of that, it just.
Listen, Circus is a massive copyright fringe.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. And when I was arranging this news, I was like, what news should we end with before the Tom Cnews? And I just saw this headline, and I was like, yep, no, we're doing that. I know nothing about this, don't ask me about it, but I saw the headline, Vin Diesel is joining the action comedy Muscle.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but of course, Diesel will be part of a movie called Muscle. So yeah, that's a thing.
Now, I think it's time for the Tom Cnews. Cue the music.
I'm gonna leave that as the music. So we actually finally, after months and months of zero relevant Tom Cnews, we actually have some Tom Cnews.
God, and is it good? Boy, is it good.
You like to use the scalpel. I like a hammer. So yeah, Mission Impossible 6 trailer, the second one. Honestly, not as remarkable as the first one. Like,
it looks good, I think.
Yeah, it looks great, but it's just like it's kind of the same stuff pretty much.
Yeah.
The only difference is you use a scalpel, I use a hammer. That's pretty good. We see Cruise and what's his name, Cavill fighting on a mountain. I wish we had more to say about it, but it's basically the first trailer, just slightly less memorable.
Slightly more Cavill.
I mean, they jump out of a plane. Oh yeah, it ends with another Tom Cruise. Something is coming towards Tom Cruise while he's in a vehicle shot. My favorite kind of shot. Where, I mean,
Isn't it?
It's
he's in
kind
a
of gimmicky.
helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit gimmicky, but I still enjoy it. How Tom Cruise just like now they're not even trying to hide it. They're just trying to put Tom Cruise in death. Like the fifth one is getting a little suspicious, where it's like, does he really have to hang on the outside of this plane? But this one they're just like.
They give him the worst fear yet. A cold.
So yeah, no, it looks great. I'm incredibly excited. Now I believe
You're
it's
impossibly excited.
I believe it's time to get into some announcements and such. First of all, GC Green made us. I haven't showed you this actually.
Oh.
Well, actually, you can. If you copy and paste the link. See, look at this. I'm upgrading the pod notes that we have here. I put links and stuff in. So now, if you paste that into...
Is it Command C?
Command C.
Okay.
Command? And then Command V.
That's very good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, for the record, you couldn't see, but while we played that clip, we were dancing like no one was watching, which no one was. Yeah, no, that's great.
That's
I don't know if we can
awesome.
use it as an intro because of copyright, but maybe. I'll see what I can do about that. So that's awesome. Thank you very much. Also, GC Green posted a thing on Twitter that just brightened my heart.
What was that?
What was it exactly? It was something like.
I hate PH.
Only FDK for life. No, it was like I'm on a 4-hour road trip or something, and I had I wouldn't have made it if I didn't have 3 or 4 episodes of the podcast downloaded and just listening to it.
That's good.
That warms my heart so much because that's one of the main things I love about the Weekly Planet, and that's actually the time I got the inspiration to do this, is when I was on a really long road trip and I was listening to a lot of Weekly Planet. And I was like, we're funny like that. We can do that.
We can do stuff like that.
So that's just the fact that we've been able to do that for someone else. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, genuinely, thank you guys.
I called him GV. Sorry, GC. Llamas Eat Fruit made this
you showed
awesome
me
animated movie thing on Twitter, which was hilarious. I'm gonna put it in here.
Did you know that Josh Gad has 4 Oscars? Yes. Josh is a highly talented man and classically trained actor. I am not surprised. His films are all pure art. My favorite film of his is Vince Vaughni's Couples Retreat, starring Josh Gad as every role. Tonight we should watch Josh Gad's complete filmography. Bitch, I do that every week. Well, I do it every day. For this scene at the end of Pixels, Josh is actually singing. Well, of course it's him because his voice is so amazing. Like his acting and dancing skills. Hey. We should start a podcast. That's an amazing idea. Yeah, I think it is too. Freddy. Yeah, it is, Benedict. And that, children, is how the pod was started. 75 long years ago. It lived on to be the most popular podcast in history. You may be wondering, where's Benedict? Well, he later got to become a director in Hollywood. Benedict got 5 Oscars in his career. That, of course, is one more than Josh Gad. Benedict also went on to marry his now current wife. Her name is Brandy Thwaites. Brandy is, of course, formerly known as Brendan. But that's a story for another time. You also may be wondering, where's Freddy now? Well, he also became famous by being the next Santa Claus. That's right, it's me, motherfucker.
So the fact that someone actually made that, it's just, it's so cool. And it was really, really funny. So thank you very much. I
like how I become Santa Claus.
It's awesome. So thank you so much. Teen Movie Geek made a tribute thing on Twitter, but he also put it on YouTube. I'm gonna come over to you for a second, just to
watch.
Yeah. So it's in honor of the the group chat kind of thing, which we'll talk about.
Oh yeah.
So it's...
Did you show me this?
No, I didn't. It's the 6 guys in the group chat kind of thing. It's their favorite movies. And, like, also a little bit of a pod montage there.
What do I get?
It's quite good.
That's very...
I was very happy about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really great, and I do appreciate that you got Frederick's favorite movie accurately in there.
Yeah, that's very true.
No, that's awesome. And now, I also just want to talk about, very briefly, so this was in honor of... I didn't really... Like, I know there are certain people who make a lot of stuff for the pod, like, you know, pictures and videos and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is great. But I didn't know that they were actually all part of this this cult we've started. This yeah, we apparently brought together these people.
These 6.
And they have this like a group chat or something that we were put into. So yeah, I mean, I just want to say that's it's cool. It's a little weird that that this podcast has brought together people to become friends. That's awesome. They're all very nice in the group chat. I just want to say, for the record, I don't know about you, but I use Instagram messaging I'm not on it very often.
I'm not on my phone a lot at all.
But yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people can attest on Instagram that, like, I've gone like a month without responding, which I feel really bad about. I want to address that sometime in like a main video where I just say like, hey, I'm really sorry if I don't respond to your Instagram DMs like super often. It's just I'm not on it very often. But so if we're not in it super often, it's not anything like personal or anything. It's just yeah, we're not on it very often. But that's awesome, and thank you guys so much for listening and enjoying and being brought together and making things. That's great. Pierce made a pod montage in honor of the 1-year anniversary. It's on the fan page. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. I am your host, I guess, Benedict. You probably know me better as BHL or BHL Hudson. And joining me today on this very momentous occasion is Frederick. Probably shouldn't say your full name. Thank you. The fan page continues to be marvelous. Hosted.
Why not Decius?
Hosted by Eli on Instagram messaging. Sent me two beautiful images.
I do love these.
One with you with your future husband, and one where I am Dwayne and you are George, which I feel like is an accurate representation.
Yeah, I'm
of our
definitely
friendship.
bigger.
So yeah, thank you so much, hosted by Eli. That was hilarious. Now I do want to say one little announcement here at the end. I'm pretty close. A little scary.
Dangerously close.
As one might say. As one text would say.
Oh.
I'm getting pretty close to 20,000 subscribers. It drops after that. We're recording this on Wednesday, so by the time it goes up on Saturday, maybe it'll be there. I do not know.
Oh.
I'm getting a little cocky here, I know.
You are. You are. It's not good for your ego.
But that's amazing, and as most of you know, I'm going to do a little face reveal Q&A at 20,000.
Well, can I post some stuff and you have to answer it?
Yeah, okay. I'll play your game, FTK.
Yes.
So we were thinking, after I do that face reveal, we could film we're not going to do it for the rest of the podcast, but just one episode of the pod. We would film it so you guys could see this terrible setup we have, how we sit with weird plastic things on our laps with microphones.
Yeah.
We're going to film a pod. It's going to be delightful. It's going to be a good time. You're going to see what goes on behind the scenes, all the subtle eye contact we make throughout.
Oh.
We think that could be fun. Also, after that, I may make a guest appearance on FDK Gaming if we can.
Oh my god!
We can sort out some kind of thing to do, which would be kind of amazing because I've always dreamed of being on that channel.
Yeah,
that's my biggest aspiration.
Many dream, but
many achieve.
Very little people actually get there.
So I think that's been the podcast for this week. A little
my
episode
God.
23. I'm pretty sure it's 23. It might be. Hold on.
No, I think it's 23.
Yep. Okay. Hope you enjoyed listening. We're back. We're back, baby.
We're back in business.
Summer's gonna be crazy. Hopefully, if we can get everything together, we're gonna have like a pod, a Ben and Fred watch every week, maybe.
Oh,
We'll see.
damn.
No promises yet, though. We'll see. Anyway, you can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson, email the pod, bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at at sneezing dog. You can find me on Twitter at FDK_adult_sniper.
You did tweet today.
Where I tweet every nanosecond. And you can also find me on YouTube at FDK Gaming. I'm exploding on YouTube. And you can find me on Steam at Innovation That Excites. Now, it's probably better if you message me who you are, that you've come from the podcast, so I can befriend you, because I get a lot of...
So I can deny you?
get a lot of, spam bots who want to be my friend. I think that does it.
Thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Bana, bana, da, 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 da. Bana, what? Now I have to start over.
No!
Bana, da, 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 da. Oh, okay, we're doing it again. Dana, dana, da, 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 da. Dana, dana, da, da. Wow.
Is that Catwoman remix at the end?
Chicka wow. Wow, chicka wow wow. Chicka wow. All right.
Goodbye.